Hey LinkedIn, I mentioned this to my team yesterday. I did a little voice memo and just was kind of sharing this. This is one of the biggest sort of assets and pet peeves, but people who solve problems versus people who sort of create problems or make more problems or defer problems. I think it's one of the biggest things, and I talk about it a lot, but biggest things in life and in business. It's so valuable. One of the most valuable traits with people is people who can just solve problems, and they just find a way to get it done. And sometimes there are challenges in business. There's problems where it's codependent, like you need someone else. You need, you do need someone else to do your thing, and I understand that. But there's many situations in business where you don't. There's many situations where, you can read a book, look on YouTube, like study it up, look on the internet, check chat GPT, whatever it is. Like, find a way to solve a problem. And I think that we've all been guilty of this thing where, you kind of defer it to someone else because you're being lazy to some degree or whatever. We've all done that. We go, hey, can you help me with blah? Because, and then you're bogging someone else down. And that shows up in many aspects of life, or just not following through and muscling through the task to go get it done. And now someone else has to come in and fix it or handle it. And, I've said in my company, it's like with everybody, if everybody just sort of owns their task and they work towards accomplishing a specific goal, towards the given vision, and everybody you can rely and depend on every single terminal to go and solve the problem. They're going to figure out their area and own their area. We talk about extreme ownership, owning their area to solve those problems. Like, boy, you're golden. If every person on their role is doing that, you are golden. And often, I've been doing this business for 16 years, what I tend to do is, like, when there's problems, I start to look around and go, who's making problems, Like, where are the problems? Like, where's the problems coming from? And usually you isolate it down to like one or two players, and you can either train or, correct that player, or you can just get rid of them, and I've sort of analogized to hockey because my son plays hockey, and you look at the player on the ice that's say isn't playing at the right skill level. Like, to them it is hard, and maybe it is a problem, but to the players who are A players, it's not. They just are on their role, doing their function, doing what they do, and it just looks like hockey. And I think that it's true in business as well. So sometimes you have to train the player and correct the player, and sometimes you just got to replace the player. And some people just do that, right? Some people just create problems. They just make problems, or they bury other people with problems. And you can't have that. You got to fix that in the culture thing. So if everybody's owning problems and getting them done and handling them and finding a way, and even if you don't know, it's like, figure it out. Figure it out. Find a way to figure it out. That's one of the most valuable skill sets you could have in life and business.